What's good, leaders? Welcome back to another episode of New World Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Kyrie Green, and today we got a very special guest with us. Some of y'all might be familiar with who he is. Some of y'all may not be, but we're going to make sure that you have a better understanding. If y'all don't know who he is, you have an understanding of who he is, what he do, and the message that he is putting out. The great message that he is putting out. Appreciate you for coming out, bro. It's a pleasure to share space with you. Go ahead, let them know who you are and what you do, man.
What's up, y'all? It's Alonzo. I'm AKG4LIFE on Instagram. Music, I put out music. Try to incorporate some acting into it. I got music out. I got more music coming out too. And basically just working, bro. And this year we're gonna be working way more. I got me and my little brothers putting out music, so
okay.
Yeah, we just trying to maximize.
So listen, optimize and make the most of the year, man. So how your year going? New year, fresh start. We a month in, but still fresh, man. How your year going so far?
New year. So first this year in January I got a new job. So
okay.
I wanted to make sure the job that I got was like in line with what I'm trying to do musically, right? So like instead of working, 5 days in a row and coming home being tired, so I work 3 days now.
Okay.
So I try to like minimize it a little bit so I could do more.
Okay.
I'm setting up a podcast soon.
Okay.
Okay. Like that, right?
What you gonna be expecting that?
Yeah. So we set up a podcast just to keep content flowing. I'm trying to be super consistent this year because I've seen last year what consistency could do for me. So I'm just trying to maximize everything, like I just said.
Yo, consistency is like a crazy thing. Like a full year of it, you get to, if you really take a step back and analyze, especially like from a content creator standpoint, if you really take a step back and analyze a whole year of being consistent, what that'll do, the growth that you have is crazy. But even just 90 days of straight, like just locking in, like, yo, I'm gonna make sure I feed my audience as much of what it is that I want to put out as possible. The growth that you'll see in that 90 days will make you be like, yo, I gotta just keep pushing.
I feel like that's why I'm at where I'm at this year, because the beginning of 2025 in January I had 4,000 followers, bro, and have been working for 10 years, bro, trying to come up with new concepts, trying to perform, trying to do all of this, and I only grossed that little bit of a following, like, and like as like an independent artist and like even a small artist, the first thing we really look at is the numbers, because when people try to support you, the first thing they're gonna do is look at your numbers. Exactly. Even if it's your man or something like that, they'd be like, "Oh, you got 300 views on this. I'm not putting this on my story, right?" But the last 3 months, like October, November, December of last year, I just locked in, right? And not even just locked in, like I made a whole bunch of videos, because I don't think I made too many more videos, but just reposting stuff, engaging, reaching out to people, investing in myself. I literally went from 4,000 followers to 72,000 followers in the last 3 months. So it's like, I seen that, and then I had my uncle who was just like, you gotta be consistent. He's been telling me that for 6 years. And I always fall in and out of, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, but then I don't do it. Or I'm gonna do it. So I just think this year, if I seen what I can do in 3 months, I'm like, bro, if I lock in for 6 months of this year and see where I can go, me seeing what I could do should motivate me as much as I need. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yo, I saw. So I did a little deep dive on all of your social media, and I did see like just how your views started to grow and at what point. Right. And I do want to applaud you for taking a step back and putting in just like, all right, let me start to put in time with the quality of my content. Right. And start to put out quality content. Right. Like, your message is amazing. Like, I don't look at you as a small artist, right? Okay. Because of the message that you have. Like, honestly, I really feel like artists who aren't rapping and putting out songs about the usual, like a lifestyle, something like that, and pushing a message, need to be put out way more. Yeah. Like, artists, platforms, whatever, who are putting out stuff for the betterment of, just people in general, that needs to be publicized way more. Like, a lot of people can benefit from just seeing a reel of yours or hearing a song of yours. Like, seriously, the stuff that you put on your Instagram that I saw, it has a deep message, like a very deep message that the world needs to hear. Seriously, if you ask me, it's in a line with like somebody like a J. Cole or like people like that
Right.
who actually put out music with these great messages within them. It needs to be publicized. So listen, continue to put out the just the message and actually invest into the quality of your content.
Yeah.
And I want to get into that. Like, what made you realize like, yo, I need to start really paying attention to what it is that I'm putting in front of these people, but within the first like 3 to 5 seconds.
Right. So, all right. So, first I want to touch on the Kendrick and J. Cole, right? Mm-hmm. So, like when I look at artists like that, artists like, I guess we can go with those two, but artists in that realm where it's like their music, you sit with it, and it's not something that like, just for the moment, like it's something that you remember, right? And like when I look at artists like that, I think of when people have the face of hip hop, what face do they put there? And what music lasts for 10 years, and who is in the big three and who's not, and who is number 5 or number 10, right? So when I look at in that aspect, it's like, who do I want to be as an artist, right? And when we look at all the greats like Wayne or Eminem, Jay-Z, Nas, we look at all of Andre 3000, all of those greats, the message that they have music that you can bang in the club for sure, and I'm going to get to that soon. But their message is something that you literally can write down, reread, go back. It touches you at a certain point in your life. So my goal has always been, how can I get this message out, right? So with that being said, I know that my generation, like I just talked about all those greats, they had a whole different generation of consumers and all of that. So I know my generation is a generation of demand. Like, oh, I need this video. Oh, when is my favorite artist dropping this? Oh, he just dropped the album 2 months later. Oh, I need another one a month later, right? Yeah. So they need, and they doom scroll. So they just in the phone scrolling, right? So I guess the mindset that I was in is, when I was younger, I wasn't really utilizing all the talents that I had. I just said, oh, I just want to make music, right? I ignored the fact that I watched wrestling, and I used to love promos in wrestling where they used to be personal, they used to go head to head. Or I ignored the competitiveness that I got from the NBA or like anything like that, right? So I'm like, how can I incorporate all of this and have something that my younger generation swipes down and it doesn't make them want to swipe again? So the first 3 seconds of my video, 3 to 5 seconds of my videos, I always take, what is the purpose of this video that I want to get out? And how can I play the role of this person so that when somebody is looking at, when they scroll down, they instantly stop? Like, I started, my most viral video has like 30 million views across anything, right? It starts out with, your daughter's a hoe, right? And I'm saying that to the face of somebody, right? So the ordinary person is going to be like, why this nigga call this nigga daughter a hoe, right? So as they watch, they realize what I'm talking about and where I'm coming from. But I guess that method is just so I can touch the people who I really want to touch, which is the youth. Because, older people is really stuck in their ways for the most part. But the youth is like a tree, a baby tree. If you bend them a certain way, they grow in that certain way. So that's who my main goal is, just to touch the youth. That's a long-winded
answer. No, you're good, man. I actually want you to give the detailed version and the detailed answer, so that they the viewers can develop an understanding of what got you to this point. I want to touch on 2 things really quick. I said that because I had a guest. His name is Mr. Woodson. He's an educator. And also an influencer in the same space. And one thing that he talked about in our episode was just understanding like the impact that he has, and since he's in tune with the young individuals and things like that, he needs to understand the role that he plays, and how these young individuals look at him. And for you having an understanding like, yo, I know who I'm targeting and how I need to engage with these people early is a great thing, because a lot of people, they may have a great message but don't understand how to get it out to the people. And it's crazy, because I was just showing somebody that same exact video, and their first response was like, oh, wait, what he say in the beginning? And I'm like, hold on, just listen. And as he listened, he was like, oh, now I'm developing an understanding of what it is that he is putting out. Now I see it. Oh, he started off here. That's what caught my attention.
Right.
But now I'm starting to understand the message that he is putting out and why he started off that way. Because before you look at it, now you already 20 seconds into the clip, and then you want to hear the rest.
Right.
You want to hear the rest, and you're like, hold on, let me dissect everything that just happened. Yeah. Even like in the comments, I see the comments of a lot of your videos. A lot of people don't understand. Even like the rain camera one, it was a lot. It was a lot of like controversy in the comments. Like, hey, what's this about? And it's because people are looking more so at what's going on and not understanding the message that's coming from it. Like, they're not understanding, like, yo, what he is saying right here is far greater than what's on the screen. Like, if you actually take a second, like, take a step back and listen, you'll understand that what you see is not just about what you're seeing. There is a greater message that you should be taking away from this. And that's another thing Mr. Woodson talked about, was just, like, understanding, like, the how somebody got there. Like, you giving the detailed answer is allowing these individuals to understand, like, all right, here's how he got to this point. And not like, oh, I just see him here. No, here's the answers to understand how he got here. Now, with that, I want to go back. I did see that you mentioned in another interview, you talked about, you know, growing up around music. Your mom was involved in art. She loved art and music in general. And also your father is an artist who's been in the room with many greats from Philadelphia, legends. With that experience, like, growing up in there and just like around music, when did you develop the mindset like, yo, this, now I understand this is the route that I want to take?
So I guess it's a combination of, I more so, my mom raised me, right? So I used to go visit my dad on the weekends, right? My dad, I love my dad to death. My dad's very present, but I lived with my mom, right? And my mom is like one of them people who everything she says is poetic. Everything she says is metaphoric. And everything she says, for some reason, is going to touch somebody's heart, right? And just growing up around her, the way that she treated me and my brothers or treated anybody else, right? I seen the impact that she had on people just by using her gift. And her gift is spreading love, you know, like allowing people to learn more about themselves through conversations with her, right? So it's like every day with my mom is like poetry, right? So me knowing that she came from that background where she was so masterful in everything that she did, that anything that I did or tried to do, she critiqued it. And she was like, yeah, you could do that, but how about you do this? How about you challenge yourself to do that? Because I see 3 people doing that over here. How about you challenge yourself to go the extra step, right? So when I was younger, I used to wrestle, right? I had like my own wrestling because I loved WWE, right?
Listen, I love WWE as well. I had a collection of wrestling.
Yeah, bro. For real.
I did see a post on that.
So it's like I used to wrestle, and I used to like we just put the mattress on the floor and wrestled, right? My mom's the type person to be like, well, why is this person fighting this person? What's the storyline in this, right? Or how come there's no build up or blah blah blah, right? So just me seeing how impactful she was on me just to be better, right? And then I used to go to my dad's house. My dad's house was like heaven to us, right? Like our mom cooked us all.
And then you get to go to Pop,
and we go on to Pop house, right? Pop, when he used to drive around, he used to play his music in the car. So we really didn't listen to the radio. We listened to my dad's music. So I'm seeing my dad. He got a diamond bracelet on. He chilling. He got his glasses on. He got an all black truck, and he just bopping his music, right? And I'm just sitting in the back. We driving over the bridge. I'm looking at the city. It literally felt like I was in a movie, right? And it's the soundtrack of his life, right? So I guess a combination of that, like, damn, I know all my dad's lyrics, right? I'm rapping my dad's lyrics. I'm looking at all my favorite rappers, and I'm like, bro, I know that if I take the skill set that my mom is placing in me and matching it with my dad's hustle, his outgoingness, his relentlessness, I know I could do something with this. And rap music has just lived with me. Like my uncle rapped, it's just lived with me. Like I used to freestyle with my uncle in his room all the time. So long-winded answer again, but basically,
it's like, just bro, been something that's been around you,
bro. Like I just love it. Like it's nothing better than rap music, bro. Yeah. Or just music in general. But rap music, bro, has a special place in my heart because it's like, this is literally the epitome of expression, bro.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
A lot of the artists that I've, spoken with, may have had on a platform, all of them literally say, like, I use this as a way for me to express myself. Like, I use it if I feel like I can't go vent to somebody or talk, I'm going to the studio. I'm going to talk to the mic. Like, I'm going to vent to the mic. And I'm going to be honest with them artists, they go in the studio and they make songs and, they use it as a way for them to express themselves. It's fire to me. Yeah. Like, it's fire. Yeah. Like, they go in and they go in and make some great music. I'm going to be honest.
And it helps other people get through too. I can't tell you how many times, light skin, but I was heartbroken. And I got like 30 notes in my joint. I'm like, and it got me through it.
Listen, like, I'm sure you done had many experiences where people, you may see in a comment, somebody may have shot you a message or caught you in person, like, hey, like, yo, this clip that you released, this song I listened to, helped me understand this, or it got me here. Like, individuals, especially like individuals who have a strong message with what it is that they're doing. It may, even if somebody doesn't come to you outright, you just don't understand the impact that it may have on somebody. Like, even if you get 20 views on something, there may be one person who has, like, they needed to hear what it is that you had to say.
That's enough.
And you may never know, but that one person, that clip, that post, whatever, that freestyle, it really helped that one individual. Yeah. And I know that the stuff that the messages that you are putting out with your platform is helping more than one individual. Even the rain camera video. Right. When I was talking to somebody about it, I'm like, yo, this is the reality for a lot of people.
Bro, that video, bro. The
like,
messages that I got from that video is just like,
that's the reality of a ton of people. This is somebody is actively living in that moment today, and seeing that, and then also getting it, like, going in the comments and seeing, like, oh, it's other people that are actively dealing with this issue. I'm not the only one dealing with it. I'm not alone in this space. Other people are having this issue, and then it's like, okay, seeing this, how can I navigate through this problem? Exactly, how can I navigate it? How can I deal with this thing? Rather than just like, oh, it's the end all be all. This is just all it is. Right. And then, taking them emotions and then using them in the wrong way. Like we talked about off camera. Also, having an understanding of your emotions, and understanding triggers and things like that, where this emotion is stemming from, and then understanding how to navigate through that. Yeah. That is very, very, very important. I saw also, it was an earlier post, and this is something that really, really caught my eye. You posted a clip of, it was like a father, like a family gathering, and it was a while back. Right. Like that right there, really, really, really touched. Like, yo, I'm gonna be completely honest. I sat outside, and I'm watching everything. And like that literally almost made me shed a tear to the point where I had to sit myself down, get up, and just take a walk. Like the message that is behind the message that is behind everything, not even just that, but just all that you're putting up is very, very strong. And I know, just if I feel like that, I know there is somebody that can they may not be familiar with you, but they can find your page, find your platform, and find something that resonates with a situation that they've dealt with or are currently dealing with. And it may help them navigate through that situation. Like, I honestly really applaud you for what it is that you are doing. Like, I'm so glad that we were able to connect. Seriously, I'm so glad that we were able to connect, man.
I'm like, bro, I gotta reach out to bro, because it's like, normally people they get on a podcast and they like, well, how's this and how's that, right? But it's a deeper connection when you sit down and pick somebody's brain. Like, I've never even, most of the stuff I said, I've never talked to nobody about that stuff before. Like the psychology behind it, like putting something out and seeing people in the comments like going back and forth, like, yo, I experienced this, yo, me too, yo, how'd you get through it, yo, blah blah blah, and me just reading through it, like, damn, like, I'm not even gonna say it was me, it was God. Like, God gave me whatever message I needed to put out to the world for these people to be able to if not find closure, start. Acknowledge, like we was talking about off camera, acknowledge the problem, acknowledge the root of something, and be like, yo, let me attack this right here. So
it's creating like it. Your comments is is a safe space for people to go.
Exactly.
Like, your comments is a safe space.
Yo.
The video is putting the message out, and the comments is a safe space because somebody can find that, go through the comments, like, oh,
for the most part,
here's the reply. Yeah, for the most part, for the ones that understand the message, they can find the replies. Like, oh, here's the section where these people are dealing with this. Let me reply to this and figure out, you know, how this person got through this and how you know how they navigated through the situation. I did see that you do a lot with Mr. Soldiers for Recovery, Salama Hassan. I do want to give him an amazing round of applause and a shout out. I had the experience of him coming to speak at my high school.
Wow.
He came to Belmont Charter High. It was him, Tone Trump. It was a ton of people. B McFly. You might.
I was backstage though.
You may have been. It was him, B McFly. There was a mother of a young. She lost her son to gun violence as well.
Yeah, I need to talk about
She was there as well, telling her story, and him sharing his story was like, yo, like this, like that's crazy. Talk about the relationship that y'all have, and how that helps you with what it is that you're doing.
Uncle Sue is like one of my literally most, motivating and inspiring people that I've ever met. And he was my barber, bro. I used to get my hair cut on 69th Street, and I was like, bro, 12 or 11.
Oh, wow.
And I went in there, and I'm like, like, it's just like, it's different when you got a barber that's like a parental role to you, right? So like you go in there, your barber is really like, you can tell your barber anything, right?
It's like a therapy session.
Literally, bro, like literally. So I used to go in there, like my mom used to snap because like she'd be like, well, I want his hair cut like this, I want his hair cut like that, right? So we kind of built a connection like that. But it's like I used to sit in the chair and he knew I rapped and he just wanted more from me, right? And he was telling me every week, yo, I want to start this Soldiers for Recovery thing. I want to start this recovery thing, right? Every time I came in, I'm like, yo, did you start it yet? Did you start it yet? He'd be like, nah, nephew, nah, nephew. So he'll tell it like I'm one of the reasons why he started it. It was all his doing. But on one of the days, I was like, man, you playing. And he started it, and he posted every single day to the point that he posted more than me. And I think we reverse motivated each other in that way because it was a point where I was posting every day, and I was telling him to post, and then he started posting every day, and then I started slacking, right? So I say all that to say 10 years later, he is the person that will call me. Like, I just got off the phone with him. I just got off the phone with him. He just called me, and he was telling me, it was a younger person who came up and was like, yo, bro, I lock in, bro. I need you to blah, blah, blah. So he was showing me the love that people had. But he'll call me. He'll send me 30 instrumentals and be like, I need a song for all these. And I'm like, I ain't no robot. But he is the guy who literally will motivate me. I love him to death, bro. And he is in my family. He's perfect, bro. Yeah,
that's from the just that experience and that interaction that I had with him coming to speak at my school. Yeah. Like I understood. Like even after the event, me and him had a conversation before he ended up leaving. And I'm like, yo, this is an amazing individual who's bringing awareness to another major issue, not even just in Philly, just around the world. Understanding like, yo, if you have an issue, you can get help with this thing. Like, and you are not alone. No. There is a space where individuals will help you get through this issue. You just need to find this space. You just need to find this space. I have a cousin who has a platform called Unspoken Father, and I was telling him this exact same thing. On his platform, they talk about just issues that fathers go through that they may not be able to talk about on a day-to-day basis, and he creates a safe space for them to be able to do just that. And I was telling him, like, listen, there is whoever comes on your platform, me and you gonna sit down, we're going to find these resources for you to be able to lend out to these people who need help. Like, because there are people out here who have these things that want to help these people. You just got to find them. But me and you, we going to sit down, we going to find them so they don't have to. We're going to bring it to them.
And it's people really in the field.
Yo,
he be out there.
it's crazy. I just saw him not too long ago in the
bro.
I saw him in the supermarket, and I'm checking out. I'm like, man, I want to go talk to him.
Yeah.
I checked out. The moment I turned around, he's going. I said, God damn it! He feed on land. He's another individual who's actually out here, feet on land, like hands on in the community, like hands on in the community to make sure that he's committed to doing something for the betterment of other individuals. He has his why, and then was like, yo, I have my why. Let me go out and spread this within the community, spread this around the world. Because I know Philly is not just the only place that he is recognized. I know it is not. Like, he is spreading his message around the world, and that's also he's another individual whose message can help people all over. Everywhere. Like, all over. When all of them came to visit my school, that was the one that was out of my whole school experience. That was the one. I be telling them, bro. That was the one time I paid attention. Like, that was the one time I paid attention. And any auditorium set when somebody would come in to talk, that was the one time I paid attention. Right. The one time. When I say every last one of them had a story that touched somebody in there to the point where at the end when everybody got done talking, you saw nothing of everybody going up to hug everybody, literally, people crying, and I was in the back. I took a step, I stepped back to the back of the auditorium, and I ended up talking to one of my teachers, Brother Kareem, and he was just hugging me after me hearing the mother's story, and I'm like, I'm like, oh, this is a lot, this is a lot to process, and he's like, just stand back here, and that's when everything started to end, and I'm like, this is what comes out of, individuals just talking about the experience that they've had with these things. Unfiltered. Yeah, just giving the real, because that's another thing that we talked about as well, is people aren't, they're detached from the reality of a lot of situations, and they need to hear the reality of it. Having somebody come and give you the real, I'm not going to filter nothing for you. Right. Every last person who stood up in that auditorium that day didn't filter anything. They didn't filter anything. Not at all. They talked about where they came from, what got them to where they are today, and how they're executing the mission. They didn't they did not filter anything. They gave the story how it needed to be said. And that's what, especially the youth, that's what we need. Yeah, bro. That's what we need. We don't need the watered down filtered version.
We live in a world where all we see every day on our timeline is a mugshot, some type of scandal, somebody going to jail for 150 years. Mm-hmm. So it's we see all that stuff, we just oh damn, it's just another one. But when we connect with people like that and we learn, I feel like it's different, because I feel like the people who don't acknowledge that the people who go through this stuff is real people is the reason why they're desensitized. Bro, he got a brother, he got a mom, he got this. This is the reason why it happened. He grew up like this. Mm-hmm. He started taking drugs because his mom passed away. Mm-hmm. His blah, blah, it's reasons to it. And I feel like when you just throw the headline out there, it desensitizes people, because they're he got 50 years. Yeah, damn, 50 years, that's a long time.
And people don't understand how this person got here. Exactly. You don't know what led up to this situation. Exactly. And I feel like in a lot of these situations where we just see the headline of something, if we were to understand or do our own research to get an understanding of how did we get to this point, it would change our perspective on that headline. Everything. And I've seen this countless times. I talk about my African American history teacher. Mm-hmm. We did a whole lesson on Malcolm X. Wow. And during that lesson, the one thing that really stood out to me was the single-sided story. Single-sided story. And in that lesson, it was a topic of, it was a video of Malcolm X was on a plane sitting next to a white lady, and she saw X on his briefcase. It was like, you wouldn't happen to be Malcolm X, would you? And he's like, yeah, I'm Malcolm X. She's like, really? Yeah. And she was thrown off by, his demeanor and how he was carrying himself, because to her, what was put out to her was that he was violent. Very aggressive, this unhinged African American, this unhinged black man. So unhinged. He was just calm. He conducted himself very well. And he was like, that right there is the danger of a single-sided story. Absolutely. Because if she would have never had that experience, imagine how many other people had that same thought. Oh, Malcolm X is just this violent individual. And that goes with a lot of headlines. Like, not even just to, box it into the Malcolm X situation,
Right.
just with a lot of headlines. People may see something, and unless you get your own understanding of how this headline even got in front of me or what led up to this situation, you'll look at it how the headline is read.
I feel like that's the danger of my videos too.
Mm-hmm.
And I've noticed it not only like in the comment section, but like somebody will see me for the first time, they'll be like, "Thought you was in jail." And I'll be like, "What?" Right? I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Right? Like the first day I went back to work after I dropped that video, it was like 10 people who was like, "I thought something happened to you, dude." And it's like, the way I look at it is like, I mean, I guess just for me, like when Denzel Washington acts in The Equalizer, right? Mm-hmm. We don't leave the theater saying he's a murderer.
Yeah.
Like we don't do that, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like when I do it, so I get a message saying, "I'm gonna kill you when I see you," right? And I'll be like, bruh. So I do feel like a part of headlines in the videos, people are required to take the extra step. Mm-hmm. And that's why we need people to do that. That's why my videos start with the way they start. Mm-hmm. And then you're allowed to get whatever you get from there. But,
listen, if I feel like if you actually listen rather than listen with your ears and your mind,
you should be able
and not just your eyes, the story unravels itself. It starts here, and you get to at least with me. I was told sometimes common sense isn't too common, right. But I feel like it unravels if you listen with your ears and your mind and not just your eyes and what you see. Like, oh, this is crazy. What is this? Oh my God, I feel this way. Instead of that, just take a step back, listen with your ears and your mind, and then you'll get an understanding of what's really going on.
What I do love is that the community I'm putting together now, mm-hmm. they're not scared to educate somebody. Mm-hmm. Sometimes they do it in a vicious way, right? Like I've seen people delete their accounts because of 300 people replying to their dumb comment under mm-hmm. my joint and just going at them, right?
I've seen that as well in the comments.
But I'm excited at the fact that I'll put out my art. I'm excited that a amount of people understand it so much that when they see somebody perceive it the wrong way, they'll let that person know, because mm-hmm. that lets me know that it's given an opportunity for somebody to grow.
Exactly.
Mentally. So as long as we have strong thinkers in the world, people mm-hmm. who have a good perception on something, it's always room, like what you're doing right now, bro. Mm-hmm. This is a way for people to understand their favorite artists, to get a deeper look into the human and not just mm-hmm. the art. And I seriously wish you all the best, bro.
Listen, likewise, I appreciate it, man. Seriously. Yeah. Now I want to do a segment of something which was called Leaders Toolkit. I want you to give the leaders 3 things that you feel they'll need in their toolkit in order to be successful. It could be a book to read, a mentor, a quote that you may have heard, YouTube video to watch. 3 things you'll feel they'll need in their toolkit.
All right, I'll say this is what works for me. A support system that is not yes men, right? Somebody who's going to say, I can say because my mom is like this. Mm-hmm. Somebody who is not wowed by you so much that they start to accept mediocrity from you, right? So like, I can meet somebody on the street and they'll be like, "Yo, your stuff is amazing." My mom will be like, "It's not good enough." And you need somebody who's going to check you on the way you act. And that's why we see these celebrities, go rogue when they go up, because people are so prone to be like, "Yes, you're right, you're right, you're right, mm-hmm. you're right." They never hold them accountable. So you need somebody that's going to hold you accountable. That's number one. That might be one of the. You need somebody that you're looking up to. You don't have to idolize nobody, but somebody that you're looking up to that is going to motivate you to have that dog in you. Because in whatever lane that you're in, if that's photography, if you're going to school to be a nurse, if you're doing graphic design, if you're making music, if you're doing clothing, whatever, if you have a small business, whatever you're doing, this is a world where you're going to need some type of, I got to get this done. To like, you need that, because if you don't, you're going to be comfortable, you're going to be complacent, and you need that moment to look in the mirror and be like, "Bro, you owe this to your 10-year-old self." Mm-hmm. And if picture yourself in 10 years. So you need that. And then number 3, what I would say is because I'm on social media all the time. So I'm on social media all the time. And sometimes in social media, you can start comparing yourself to somebody else's lifestyle, or your algorithm can trick you, right? So what I will say is you have to mold your algorithm into who you want to be, right? So when I open Instagram, for the most part, the first thing I see is somebody, it's a motivational video. It's something that opens up my eyes, right? Like, or something music related, right? So you have to mold your algorithm or whatever you're consuming into who you want to be. And everything is for the betterment of the 10-year you in the future. So everything I said is something you definitely need.
I was told before by an individual that, you know, wherever it is that you want to be, and this is one of my mentors, wherever it is that you want to be, you need to align everything in you, your physical, mental, spiritual, you know, your consumption, all that needs to align with where you want to be. So think about, you said, listen, I want you to write down, you know, the daily habits of that person. What do they consume? What they eat? What they, you know, are they in the gym? If they're in the gym, how many times a week are they in the gym? And ask yourself, today, do you today align with that person? If not, you need to make changes.
And you're not going to be perfect.
Exactly.
I do stuff that I don't think I should do. I start songs and don't finish them. I start ideas and I push them to the side. I'm a procrastinator. So I'm just being honest. So in the field that I'm in, that's just not acceptable. So I have to teach myself, like, okay, I have to get this video out. Let me not procrastinate. You have to apply for that job. The deadline's coming up. Don't procrastinate. You want to look better. I still eat McDonald's as a grown-ass man. Like, I got to stop eating McDonald's, like, if I want to live longer, right? So, like, you're not going to be perfect at first, and that is the story of everybody that you're ever going to look up to. They don't start out perfect.
Exactly.
Unless you're Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
They don't start out perfect. Right?
Unless you Mike.
Right.
It's not about perfection. It's just about you understanding this is what I need to do, and let me at least attempt.
Exactly.
Let me attempt to do it. If it doesn't work, continue to just get at it. Continue to, as my wrestling coach would tell me, just chip the ice. You want to learn this new move? You want to learn this move? Just chip the ice. Like, you got a big old block of ice in front of you. You're not going to be able to break it with a sledgehammer in half and what? No. You got to chip at it. It's going to take time, but eventually you're going to mold that block of ice into whatever it is that you want to mold it into. You just got to wake up like, all right, maybe I tried to go to the gym this day. I was in the gym for 2 days this week, then I stopped going. Next week, let me go for 3 days. Week after that, let me go for 4. Let me go for 5, and so on and so forth. You just got to keep adding. Then you're going to look up like, hold on, wait. I done been in the gym for the whole month.
Who did I become?
Like you're going to look back like, damn, I remember when I used to, you know, I used to sit back and think about going to the gym. I start and then I stop. I start and then I stop. Now, look, and that goes back to the, you know, the consistency thing. You're not going to wake up one day and just have it in you. Like, you're not going to wake up and just be consistent. You got to build the consistency. It starts off very, very slow and subtle. But as long as you continue to do the act, it's going to roll into something big. And you're starting to see that. You're starting to see that it's building up. It's getting out to more people because you said, yo, you know what? I got this talent. People need to hear this. And let me get this out to the people and be consistent with it. Every day I'm going to think of something. I'm going to put something out, and we just going to go at it. And now look, you went from 4,000 all the way up to 73, something like. That's a great difference. That's a great difference. Over 70,000 followers just from the act of a thought like, yo, let me just be consistent. Let me lock in with this thing.
And I want to touch on, like, being confident in yourself, right? Like, I was talking to Chris the other day about being confident in yourself, right? Like, seeing yourself in that light, right? Like, I was telling Chris the other day that Queen Naija posted me. I done stuff with Kevin Hart. Meek Mill done like my stuff, right? Like, so, like, I have these things that I can say that I've done, right? But still, I don't feel like I belong. Just transparency moment. I don't feel like, not that I don't deserve it, I don't feel like I have the influence that I have. And that could date back to, like, some type of confidence issue or something like that. But I feel like I could have gone so hard, so much harder, right? Like, I feel like everything I've done now is 10% of what I really want to do, right? So with that being said, like we talked about it, where it's like you working at a job you don't really want to work at, and you get a promotion, right? It's like, damn, this is tough, but this is not really what I want, right?
Exactly.
So like when I look at all of my favorite artists in the city, right? Like I can name a few, like Amir Ali, or like Kai from, like people who Kai from Jerome, like people who have made their following from music, right? Actually releasing music. When I see the stuff that I've done so far, I'm amazed at what it's done. But I guess I just don't really see myself as, I don't know, it sounds crazy. I don't really see myself as who I want to be because I'm not there yet. Okay. Just mentally. Like mentally, I feel like I can do so much more, and I feel like that's what this year is about. Allowing myself to understand that I do deserve it, and I am making an impact on somebody, and for me to finally look at myself and say, damn, you worked hard for this, right? I just feel like I just need to get to that point. So
listen,
be confident.
Definitely. And at a very young age, you have did something that a lot of people, they are scared to do. Very scared to do, and that's bet on yourself. Like, bet on yourself and go all in. Yeah. Give it as much as you got. Right. Like, if you only got 10% this day, get at 10%.
That's it.
You got 50, get at 50. If you don't got 100%, give whatever it is that you can give. Give it your all. Like, give it everything you can. A lot of people, they don't do that.
No.
They think about it, but they don't do it. It's something like, a lot of people, it scares them. It scares them to bet on themselves. And you definitely need to give yourself a pat on the back for just, like, betting on yourself. Like, even having an understanding, like, yo, I know I can do more, but let me at least, like, be thankful for everything that I've already done. And don't, like, don't just brush it off. Because I saw you in rooms with Kevin Hart in the series. I did see you with Gilly, Wallow, like all of these individuals who are doing these amazing things. And to be in that space, that speaks volume. I don't take that. Like, people do not get in those spaces. People wake up every day and dream to be in these spaces. And they wake up every day and dream to be around Kevin Hart, Wallow, Gilly. They wake up and dream to be recognized by these people, have a one-on-one. And you being able to do that just off of you working, like you putting in the work, that's a great thing, especially at a very young age. You have somebody age they're probably wishing to do these things right now. You're half their age. You're already, even just, within your age bracket, trust me, you're about 20,000 steps ahead of a lot of people that's within your age back there, bro. Like, dead serious, like 20,000 steps ahead. There's people that's in your age bracket that's just lost. Like, I don't know. And you already have an understanding, like, yo, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to get up every day and work towards it. I'm going to get up every day, and I'm going to get at it. We're going to get this rolling. 10 years from now.
That's that point, man.
Exact. 10 years.
I'm looking at.
10 years from now, you're going to be able to look back and be like, yo, I thank myself. For being 10 years ago, I thank myself for saying, you know what? For the next 10 years, I'm going to keep my head down and I'm just going to grind. You're going to be well ahead. 10 years later, you might come across somebody that you grew up with and I'm trying to figure things out. And you're like, wait, you trying to figure things out now? Why didn't you think to take the initiative to build within these past 10, 15 years? And you might, but then you're going to look at yourself and like, yo, you know what? I'm glad that I actually took the initiative to build within these years, because now I'm here and I'm not just figuring things out. I'm here and now I'm figuring out how to maintain this position and then continue to grow from here.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm happy with where I'm at. And for the longest time, I like held it against myself that, I mean, I tell people sometimes that my childhood never really felt like a childhood because I was always working towards something, right? So, like, I never fell in love with playing a game. Like, to this day, I don't think I've ever had a game system that I played or, like, I even had, right? My brothers played it, right? But it's like, when I was in high school, I never really felt like I was in high school because I isolated myself, right? So, like, with my friends, like, I feel like I didn't really have a friend group either. I was so... I don't want to go to that party. I want to focus on music. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm in the lunchroom with my book like this, and everybody laughing, right? So I feel like I deprived myself of the experience to be young. But I'm happy that I did, because I promise you, like, I would not have the mindset that I have or be where I'm at if I didn't enjoy that. And maybe later down the line, I'll tap back into it and be
Trust
like,
me,
damn, man.
as someone who
Yeah.
has had those same experiences,
Yeah.
you know, not going to a party, I'm in the middle of a lunchroom with my iPad,
Right.
working on
Yeah.
something, in a book or something, and people looking like,
What's it-
yo, what are
yeah.
you doing? Like, what do you got going on? My old heads always told me, yo, you'll thank yourself for doing this
You're not
now.
missing nothing.
Because later on,
Mhm.
the same people that was looking at you sideways, like, yo, what you doing? They gonna be coming to you to figure out how you got to where you gonna be. The same people that was like, yo, you know what, nah, bro, I'm gonna stay back from the party.
Right.
I'm gonna go in the lab and work. I'm gonna go get in the gym. I'm gonna go put in some extra hours. Those are the people that want it way more than everybody, so they're going to win.
I want to see those people win, man.
Like, they're going to win. To anybody out there, if you're somebody that you know you like you're not moving with the crowd, you the one that's gonna go put up some extra shots in the gym, go put in some extra hours to work on what it is that you want to work on, go, you know, seek the information that you need to work on your craft. Yo, do not feel bad.
Please.
Like, do not feel bad. That is an amazing thing. Yeah, in the moment it may feel like, oh, I'm missing out on this, that, and this. You're not missing out on nothing. This stuff is not going anywhere. In 10, 15 years, the same people that was out partying, they're going to be still out partying. The same parties that was going on, they're still going to go on. Like, it's still going to be there. It's not going anywhere. You'll thank yourself. Your family will thank you. The family that you will build, your blood, however you want to look at it. These people will thank you for doing this thing, because now you're able to, you know, rewrite the narrative for your family and your bloodline. Like, you're able to rewrite the narrative for these individuals who they may have been brought up in a circumstance, but now they birthed you. You came in and you put in the work, and now you can rewrite the narrative for everybody. Now you can do what a lot of people want to do. You can retire your mom, your dad. You can retire these individuals who took care of you when you were, you know, on the come up. You can be like, yo, listen, man, you ain't got, look, where you at? All right, yeah, you don't gotta go back there. You got, you know what? You got a choice.
Damn.
You got a choice to go back into work tomorrow. You don't have to though. You got that choice. Dad, you don't gotta go back to work tomorrow, but you can if you want. It's up to you. Oh, your house is already bought. These are the type of experiences that people live for. To be able to just go past your mom or your dad, keys to a house. Here, this is yours. Keys to a car. Here, this is yours. What? Oh my! Like, yo, and you know, being young and actually developing and understanding, like, yo, I don't need to waste this time of youth. I need to use it and work to build. Understanding that early is a great thing. Like I said before, being ahead, getting that understanding early, especially in high school, bro, with that scene, is like, yo, it's a great thing to develop that understanding. Because I have a uncle who's an educator as well. Me and him was talking, and I was like, yo, it takes for something to happen in everybody's life for like the light bulb to just switch on.
Literally.
It takes for something to happen. Sometimes it happens early. For some people, it happens late. And just the reality of, for a lot of people, it doesn't happen. It may not happen in this lifetime. Like, it just doesn't happen. But I'm like, it's going to take something. And for the ones that get it early, be glad. Like, for the ones that get it early, they gonna get it. The ones that get it a little late, they got a chance. But for the ones that just don't get it, it's like, I don't know what you're gonna have to figure something. Yeah, like, you might be cooked. But for the ones that get it early, yo, you're going to be fine. If that light bulb switched on early in your 20s, and especially in your teens, you like, yo, I know what I want to do, and I'm going to spend every single day from here on out working towards that thing. I promise you, in 20 years, there's no telling where you're going to be. And you're still going to be young.
You know, I want to touch on that, right? Because sometimes that moment that you have is going to be born from a negative moment, from a moment of trauma, from a moment of stress and grief and all of that, right? And I feel like the true reason of why I go so hard is because of my grandma, bro. Like, I'm gonna do the AKG formula. I haven't cried in 10 years, right?
Okay.
That's my thesis statement, right? Well, not 10 now. 2014, I was 12.
12.
Damn. I haven't cried in 12 years, right? And my grandma was diagnosed with breast cancer, brain cancer, lung cancer, and she was a 20-year survivor, right?
Oh, wow.
So my grandmom had the most bright, loud, bright personality, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like jump up on a table at a bar and sing the song, right? My mom told me that story all the time. That story just touched my heart. But like, she was the person who was just her and just like uncut, right? So it's like seeing her go through that process, right? Like before I was even born, like the way that she fought so hard and like sitting down and looking at Judge Judy with her, and she's saying her head hurts, and I gotta go massage her head, and I'm massaging her hair, and I feel staples like in her scalp, right, from the brain surgery, right. Seeing her go through everything that she went through, the doctor coming in and telling us, oh, in 3 months, your grandma gonna pass away, right. And when they told me that, my grandma wasn't in the house, but I was like, I just broke down and cried, bro. Like it was like one of them hard cries where you can't breathe, right.
Yeah.
And I went in the basement the next day, and I'm talking to her. I'm like, hey, Grand, I'm like, good morning, I love you, right? I don't think she knew the doctor came, but she was just like, why are you being so nice? And I was like, no reason, right? Seeing her go through all those things and changes that she went through, it makes me think like, I always hold this against myself. I was like 9, 10, right? I'm like, man, if I had blown up at this time, maybe I could have helped her pay for this or pay for that, right? So it's like that thought that I wasn't where I wanted to be, right? And if I was, maybe I could have helped my grandma, right? Makes me think like I have my mom left, my brothers left, my dad left. If I can do something with the talent that God gave me to prolong their life or to show them something that they've never seen, like I don't think my grandmom ever owned a car. Or like I don't think she didn't know what it felt like to be financially free, to just go out and buy a dress, or like she didn't feel that. So if I have the power to make my mom or my dad chill for the rest of their life, that if that's not motivation, I don't know what is. I love my mom, my dad, my brothers, everybody to death. And my uncle just recently passed away. He was young too, right?
Okay, sorry.
So it's like, thank you, bro. So it's like, I'm 20 years old and I'm like, damn, yo. I always look at it, and maybe I shouldn't look at it like this, but it's like a missed opportunity. Like I wanted to show this person how much they meant to me, right? And my grandma visits me. Like the night my grandma passed away, I felt her sit on my bed. She used to sit on my bed all the time, 'cause she used to watch it. So I felt her sit on my bed the night she passed away. Like I'm laying down sleeping, and I feel the mattress get
like
low.
caving, yeah.
And I'm like, that's my grandma, right? And I see her in my dreams and all that. So I say all that to say, like, the motivation is going to come from a moment where you want to give up. Like you off camera, you told me your story, and it's like, in that moment, you can either pick to lock yourself in your room and zone out and ask God why and be mad at him and throw your life away, or go get, some people go get revenge and all of that stuff, or you can not accept it, because I don't think we'll ever accept like that's just some shit that's just hard.
Yeah.
But turn it into something that's motivating you. I'm always with these long-winded ass answers.
No, listen, I'm sorry,
y'all.
I'm
Like, y'all
glad.
gotta hear this. Yeah.
I had somebody like change how I looked at the whole situation years after. And I want to give a huge shout out to Miss Key from Achievability. Me and her had a one-on-one, and she was like, yo, like she literally cried hearing like what I went through. And she was like, yo, I want to ask you, like, have you ever looked at it in the way of like, not like understand, like, yeah, you know, everybody say everything happened for a reason, but she's like, have you looked at this in a way of like, what if this happened for a way for you to be the one that, you know, continues the legacy? What if, you know, it was some calling for you to be the one that continues his legacy and keep this thing going? I'm like, yo, I never looked at that. I never looked at it that way. Like, everybody goes through these traumatic experiences in some way, shape, or form. Like, but these things you can birth something great out of these things. Like, you can turn, I'm sure people have heard it before, turning pain into passion.
Literally.
Something great can come out of that grief all, the loss of whoever, like something great can come out of that. And there are many experiences of people who have, lost somebody, went through a traumatic experience with themselves, some form of pain, and they've turned those experiences into something that have helped millions of people around the world. A notable one is, I believe her name is Miss Shirley. Most recent, she passed away, and she was big on, helping feed the homeless on Skid Row and things like that. And she talked about her story in depth and what made her even get out to go do that. That's another example of an individual who took her pain and what she went through and turned it into something to help millions. Now you hear something that came out of that called the Miss Shirley Challenge on TikTok. Wow. Now people going around and helping out the homeless and things like that. But that is something that's powerful. For her to go through something and then turn that into something that's helping millions around, like millions of people around the globe. Not just on Skid Row, but around the world. People were seeing this. Has millions of followers, millions of views, like a bunch of people were seeing this. And then you get to see like her taking that act and her, taking the initiative to do that act. Somebody saw that, it was like, yo, you know what? Let me go do this because I saw this. Wow. Let me go continue to pass this down on to the next person. Continue to pass this act down on to the next person. And I feel like, with our generation, I feel like our generation is super special. Like, we're all talented and but and we have so many resources in the palm of our hands. Right. If we are to just take these resources and do right by them, we can be the ones that can rewrite the narrative for our family and be able to pass these things down to other individuals that may have not been passed down to us. Then you'll be able to have, you'll be able to build a family that will have a family house. You'll be able to build a family. They don't have to worry about, that the bill of college. They can choose to go to whatever college that it is that they want to. You'll be able to have a family, and they may not have to worry about, where the next meal going to come from, the lights being on, the water not, all of these type of things. You'll be able to rewrite the narrative and not pass down these same experiences that you may have had onto your family. Like, we have a great generation. I know, I say it all the time. In our generation, like, everybody is talented. Everybody is talented. Like, we are a generation of great talent. Yep. Great talent. We just got to do right by.
Sometimes we don't show it.
Yeah, like something. There's a lot of people who got hidden, like some great hidden talents that may not. They like, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna show it. And I'm like, yo, listen, you need to go get in front of a camera or something and get this out to the world. Like, you real talented. Like, other people need to see this thing. Like, seriously, that's another thing. I don't think people should be scared to show, like, display their talents to other people. No. Like, and I'm gonna say that because a lot of people feel like, oh, they ever thought, what if this person don't support me? They don't support me. With all of the people that's in the world, there's 8 billion people in the world. Yeah. You may post something or show it to your family, your friends. It may not be for them, but that don't mean that it's not for the world. Yeah. That doesn't mean that it's not for the world. I talk about it how Wallo say it all the time. Like, yo, it's 8 billion people in the world. You'll find your people. Just continue to push forward. There's no way you're going to allow the 10 people from your neighborhood, the 50 people from your school that's in your graduating class, your mom, your dad, your brothers, uncles, to stop you from getting it, putting this in front of the world, reaching these 8 billion people. You showing this to 100 people is not even 1% of the world. Nah. You didn't even show 1% of the world what you're capable of, and you stopping already. What you stopping for? What you stopping for? Like, what you stopping for? You got to continue to go, because once you find your people, those people are going to make sure that you're taken care of. They're going to take care of you. You just need to find your people. Like, seriously. Yes. Like, you gotta find your people, man.
Your support system is going to be so talented, man. Like,
support system
in so many ways, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, the people I've surrounded myself around, not only my mom and my brothers, like, not only my family, but like Chris right here, mm-hmm. like, bro, super talented, bro, in every aspect of music. But not only that, smart. Like, I can ask him questions. Not even just him. Like, I've really surrounded myself with people who are, like, even my girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm listening to a song. I'm listening to lyrics. She has an ear for samples, right? Mm-hmm. So there's certain things that I don't hear that she will pick up and hear. Mm-hmm. And there's ways that I can use somebody who has an ear for something. Because, you know, growing up, well, for me, like, I'm a heavy lyrics bull. I want to write the best lyrics, right? But sometimes I don't always make the best song, right? So it takes somebody who has an ear for music or a sample or a sound or a voice that can help in that way, right? Or like my uncle. My uncles are like, it's just, bro, you have to find a way to maximize everybody's talents around you, because whether you think it or not, it's one wheel.
Exactly.
Iron sharpens iron, bro. So it's like,
exactly. Surrounding yourself with those people, it may be like, all right, you may be like, yo, I wrote the best lyrics I can, but you know, you got your girl, Chris, your uncles, all of them. They may be like, yo, I hear this sample, no, tune this up, and it'll enhance the sound, and you'll make like, something crazy. You be like, damn, I ain't even think about this going. Like, I ain't even think about this going on here, but just them having the ear, like, yo, hold up, wait, no, put this here, switch this up, and say this. You can create something bigger, like you said.
Encourage that in them too.
Yep, like you said, iron sharpens iron. Absolutely. If you surround yourself with individuals, not saying that y'all all have to be working towards the same thing, but as long as y'all can better each other. You can go to this person and they can give you feedback on it, and for the better, they can come to you and you can get them feedback on it for the better. It's better if you have a group. You got a group of people. Listen, you get a group and not just one other person. Listen, yo, you're gonna be great. You're gonna be great. For any like the group of people that I hold around me, like, yo, whether it's an episode, an idea, I call them like, yo, I got this idea, or like I want to try this on the episode, this segment. They be like, no, like try this, try to do this, add this in there, incorporate this. Like how I even got the Leaders Toolkit segment. I was talking to my brother. I'm like, listen, bro, I got 6 ideas right now, and here's what it is. He said, all right, no, I don't like this one. Wait, don't add that. I don't think that aligns with, you know, the why for it all. Yeah. He said, wait, Leaders Toolkit, explain that. I explained it. He said, yo, do this, but just add these questions in. Right. I said, all right, let me try it. And it's been a tradition. It's become a tradition. Like just having people around you that you know all of y'all can chip in and, you know, just provide value to one another is a great thing. Like, 'cause it is hard to come by, but if you come by it, yo, y'all gonna be good. It's like gold, man. It's like gold. Now, before we wrap up, I want you to leave the leaders with something to keep them going through the times where they feel like they may want to give up or stop doing something that they're doing. Give them something that, you know, will push them through those moments.
Right. The one thing I can say is, this is just a little trick. I'm not gonna be too long-winded. What I want y'all to do is remind yourself where you started, right? And when I say that, I don't mean just think, oh yeah, I started 10 years ago. No. I want you to go back and look at your old YouTube playlist of the music you used to listen to, right? Tap back into the person who was inspired to even start this journey, right? Go back and look at old videos. I have old videos that's 10 years old of me just standing in front of a camera. And I picture that person on the other side looking at who I am today. And would they say thank you, or would they say why? Right? So please tap back into who you are. Ask your mom what she had to go through. Ask your dad what he had to go through. Look at your brothers, the people, or your sisters, the people that you love. Look at your girlfriend. Like, if you have a child, look down at your child, right? And
seriously, that
should really give you all the motivation you need. And I know sometimes it's more internal, and there's humps that we go through in life that's going to, you know, deter us from our road and our destiny. God has a plan, and just remind yourself that you are you, and you're the only you, and the path that you're on and the journey that you have is made for you. And it's your choice if you're going to go there or if you're going to stop halfway and turn back. But if you realize that you're further to your destination than you are if you turn back and walk back, you might as well just keep going.
Exactly.
That's it.
You ain't come this far to just come this far. Yeah. You didn't came further. I was told before, like somebody told me, like, just look back on all the stuff that you went through and just write it down on a piece of paper. And it's like, yo, look at all of those things, and if you could look at all those things and say, damn, I don't know how I made it through these things, but I made it on the other side of those things. You can continue to push forward.
What could be worse?
Like, you can continue to push forward. Seriously, and just like you said, you know, there's only one you, and the journey that you're on, the path that you're on, is strictly for you. Yo, I was telling somebody before, life is the greatest test that you'll take. Everybody is taking the same test. The answers, even if the questions are the same, everything is open ended. But it's no right or wrong answer, and everybody's answer is different. Like that test is made for you. It's made for you. The answer that needs to be in that box is only something that you can answer. Everybody cannot answer the one question the same way. Wow. They don't have that. They can't do it because it's not made for them. That test isn't made for them to answer that question that way. It's only made for you. Yes, everybody is taking the test, but it's not the same for everybody. Somebody might have to take a bathroom break at this point. Right. You know, they might have to get up, move around at this point, take a step away from the test. But you might be able to, you know, keep going and take a break a little bit later down the line. Everybody's test of life and the way that they get to where it is that they want to be is different. People have many different obstacles that they go through. Many different.
And it's nothing worse than going through what you're going through than going through what you're going through for no reason.
Yo, I saw a quote in a video. Dead serious. I saw a quote in a video. It's like, if you think that
I need to talk about.
If you think the price of winning is too high, wait till you get the bill of regret.
Literally.
Why go through so much that we go through in our lifetime to just be like, it was just for no reason. Why not? Algorithm. Listen. You gotta mold that algorithm into that positivity and motivation because that aligns with, you know, the energy that we need. That aligns with what we need to consume and not consuming, you know, just a bunch of negativity because the negativity won't get us anywhere. I go on TikTok and stuff like that, Instagram, I see people giving back. I see motivational videos. I see something of Wallow, Inky Johnson, Eric Tom. I see something of individuals motivating people or giving motivation to me or at least telling their story. Yo, this is where I was, I got here. Or I'm starting this journey. Like, the positive side, that's all I want to see. The negative, y'all, listen, double it and give it to the next person. That's not what I want to consume. Like, that's not what I want to consume. I want my algorithm to understand, like, all right, yo, he stopped on these motivational videos, let's feed him more of these. Right. He stopped on videos of somebody giving back to, you know, this group of people, let's feed him more of that. So that I can continue to consume that type of content. Everything else, listen, give it to somebody. I don't want it. I don't want it. Double it. Give it to the next person, man. Dear sir, I appreciate you for coming out, man. I really wanted to tell you, like, seriously, dear sir, I wanted to tell you, continue to do the great things that you're doing and continue to pour out a great message to our youth. It is something that we need. Like, seriously, it's something that we need. We need more young individuals to step up and show our peers that, like, yo, you don't have to live up to this narrative. You can do something different and make it look cool or thorough. Like, this right here is cool and thorough. You don't gotta go out, but you don't gotta do all of this other stuff that, you know, people think is cool and thorough. You can be yourself, be you, and be thorough. I never had to deviate from who I was to be the thorough person in high school, be a thorough person today. No, I stayed myself and I got respected for it because I was me. Don't deviate from who you are. Be yourself. You can still be thorough and cool. You can listen. You never know. Your homies and the people that you be around might need you to just be different so that they can make that change. Yeah. So continue to be yourself. But seriously, continue to put out that great message. Like, seriously, listen. I'm waiting for more music. I need more like this. Serious. I listen. The community needs it. I need it. More people need to see your talent. And I'm going to do everything that I can, like, in any way, shape, or form, to make sure that your message continue to get, like, pushed. I don't care if I got to make 10 more accounts and just spam it on the stories. And like, seriously, like, because the message is just so powerful from everything that you're posting. And there's not a doubt in my heart that within the next 2 years, I won't see you, you know, in a headline, you know, standing. You might be performing with J. Cole. Like, yo, it's not a doubt in my heart that you will not be, you know, with these individuals as long as you continue to put the work in. You already developed the understanding, and you just got to keep pushing. You got it. You got it. You real talented. You got it. You just got to keep pushing and fight, man. Like you said, it's a dog. Listen, it's a dog fight. Keep fighting, man. Seriously. For those who don't know where to find you, let them know your social. They want to find you on TikTok, Instagram. Let them know where to find you, man.
Man, TikTok, you can find me at AKG4LIFE with 2 E's at the end. Instagram, AKG4LIFE. YouTube, AKG4LIFE Music. My number's in my bio. Email for all show inquiries or whatever it is. And, oh yeah, see?
Look.
Apple Music, Alonzo with an exclamation point. Spotify, Alonzo exclamation point.
Listen, I'm going to make sure I get all of this from you to put it in the description so that everybody can be able to find you.
My last single I put out was Heal. This was a healing experience. So if you watch this and you like this, make sure you go look at that. Bro, I really hope you keep this joint going.
Look, bro, this is here to stay. Like
this is the best
trust me, bro, this is not going nowhere. I told you before. I have a why and something that reminds me of why I started every single day. Yeah. I wake up every day and I see something on my brother. I see, I get reminded of the family that he created. This morning I woke up on my way to the studio. This morning I woke up to a message from my brother. He like, yo, you don't understand that, like, how I see you as, far greater than anybody that you stand around or anybody that I'm even around and I'm older than you because of, like, the experiences that you had and what came out of that. Like, I get constant reminders to just continue to push through no matter what it is that's going on. I got to continue pushing because, like I told you, it's bigger than me. And I know one day that question is going to come. I know one day that question, she's going to come to me and ask me that question. And it's going to hurt me to not be able to display, what came out of his teachings. It's going to hurt me to not be able to do that. Trust me, New World Leaders, the Caso Foundation is not going anywhere. We are here to stay. We are here to stay. We ain't going nowhere. I don't care how long the road is. Yeah. But we here to stay. Like, we here to stay. We're not going nowhere. Exactly. She's going to be able to look around, see all the people that I done had on here, connected with. She's going to be able to see everything. It's all going to be here for her to see. And the rest of his family as well. All of us. It's not going nowhere. We're here to stay. I appreciate you, man. No problem. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to make sure y'all get everything y'all need to go check out. Apple Music, podcast, like Spotify, everything. Y'all going to have it all. I encourage you all. Please go check out this man's platform. Please do it. Please do it. You'll learn something. Like, you'll be blown away by the message. And like we talked about before, listen with your ears and your mind, not just your eyes, please. Even if you got to listen to it twice, just do it. You'll be blown away by the message that he is putting out to the world. Please go do it. Yeah, don't get cooked, because people will come at like, yo, you looking at it wrong. This is what you need to take from it. Trust me, they will. Listen, they gonna attack you. But it's for a good reason. They try and get you to understand. Tough love. But tough love. They will attack you though. Listen, y'all know the motto, man. That's it for today's episode. We'll see y'all in the next one, man.